Check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Oh, we starting?
We starting this, man.
Man, we live?
We live.
It was recording on the record. All right.
Yeah.
Let's get this shit
So,
going.
for those who don't know, this is the MattViolinist Podcast. We got a very special guest, a very near and dear friend of mine.
My guy.
DJ Blackout.
Can I get some claps or something?
Fuck you need a clap for, nigga.
And for those who don't know, we got Jamal John, a.k.a. Johnny Walk on the mic, too.
Good evening, pleasant good evening.
This is going to be a very interesting, hilarious...
It's going to be great.
This is going to be a funny-ass podcast.
Yo,
So...
Can you pass the fucking hookah?
Yes, sir, please. Come on, man.
You're wildin'.
All right, let me take one more pull.
Wow.
This nigga had like 45
Guys, we
minutes.
love hookah, by the way, if you didn't know. Any hookah brands want to sponsor
All right, that's
us?
your pull, bro. Pass it.
I was trying to pitch us to get some money, and you over here.
What are you pitching? Because we like hookah? You trying to get people to buy us hookah?
No, the brand's going to send the bag.
Yo, shout out to Clifton Hookahs. If you in a far ass New Jersey area, pull up to Clifton Hookah, man.
Facts.
I never heard of that part of Jersey a day in my life, but okay.
Me too. Only because you
Far-ass
moved
New
here.
Jersey.
Only because you moved here.
Took me a fucking hour and a
But
half.
nah, man, let's just get right into it, man.
Let's do it.
How long did I know you for Blackout?
Years. Probably like 11 years, 11, 12.
That's OD. For those who don't know, all of like my biggest moments happened with Blackout.
Oh, I feel so humble.
No, legit the biggest moments though.
Nah, that's a fact.
Going viral
Howard.
and all that shit. Howard.
Viral.
You know what I'm saying?
John Jay.
But nah, there was
when
actually...
he took over the bags.
That's a fact. But no, I actually wanted to get into that story about how I met you though at John Jay.
Oh, at John Jay? Let's
Yeah,
do
so
it.
all right, so for those who don't know, like
Get to it.
before I really started like going crazy with the violin, I used to be DJing all the time.
Facts.
So I won this DJ battle at John
Well,
Jay.
first of all, let's talk about the DJ battle. I was supposed to be in the DJ battle, but they didn't respect my shit.
Because you was
And,
trash.
I was not trash.
The fuck are you talking about?
Don't lie. At that point, I was good.
What year was
I
that?
was good.
What year was that?
That was like 2011.
2011,
You were
2012.
on the verge of being lit.
Right, but I was good. I ain't say I was great.
You were
I was
good-ish.
good,
You was good-ish.
but still good.
Ish.
Good.
You was good with an asterisk.
Wow, that's crazy.
Carry on.
Either way,
Continue.
they was playing, and all the slots fill up, and they was like, "Oh, nah, we got Juggernaut on in the competition." Who the fuck is Juggernaut? I don't know what that. What's that mean? I was tight, so I'm in the seaside. Let me see how this DJ battle goes.
Salty
so
as fuck.
It's DJ Luigi, Suave. I don't think Sus was there yet.
You let a nigga named Luigi get on the bill.
Well, first of all, that's my guy.
That is
Shout
my
out
guy
to
too.
DSA. They was throwing it, so he was on it too. Who else?
Petey
Wago and
Mo was
somebody
DJing
else.
too.
Yes, and Mo.
My older brother was DJing.
Yeah, so I'm
And what's funny
in the
is,
crowd chilling.
I don't even know how I found that shit. I found that shit randomly on Instagram. And you needed to be
be
a
like
part. You had to like be going to John Jay. You had to be enrolled as,
CUNY.
yeah. You had to be enrolled as
And
a
he
student.
did neither.
I
Neither.
literally just showed up.
Hot mess.
They were like, "What major are you? I'm just like forensics. Forensic what? Fuck.
Yeah, you know, Forensic 301. Yeah, that.
630.
Anyway,
that.
continue.
So I'm in the crowd chilling with everybody. At this point, John Jay is one of the lit schools. So it was York, John Jay, Lehman, and what other school that was lit? That was in CUNY. Oh, and Baruch.
Hunter.
Those schools. Oh, yeah, Hunter too. Those schools was like the party schools where you need to go to for the clubs and the parties.
That's a fact.
So John Jay, I went to York College, by the way.
Facts.
One of the little schools at that time.
At that time.
At that time. You know,
we look
just
like a
put
fucking-
that out there in the world, in the universe.
We look like a fucking museum now. we dead.
So, boom, I go to York, but I'm like, I gotta figure out how to get into John Jay and start DJing some of their parties. Boom, boom, boom. Go to John Jay, try to get in the DJ battle. Couldn't get in, so I was like, all right, boom. Don't know nobody really, so I'm just gonna sit in the crowd and chill. So as the DJ battle going on, I had this one dude just cutting up. I'm like,
Who the fuck is that?
fuck is that? Like, I don't know nobody that can cut up like that. And guess who would be old? DJ Juggernaut.
AKA Matt the Violinist.
Right. So I'm like, all right, cool, bet. So he wins the competition, of course.
Congrats to my man.
Right? But overall with John Jay, it's like a party. So it didn't even matter what you was playing.
They really didn't. It really didn't.
So they just wanted to turn up.
But the funny part about that situation, 'cause I don't know if you knew this side of the story. Like after I won, like remember they said that like, oh, you know, this
Supposed
is
to get
Matt.
a prize.
No, I got the prize. I think it was like $150 or something like that. It was something like.
That's when they was giving out money.
Yeah, I was hyped back then too. I ain't never win shit. I ain't never win no competition, yet alone a DJ battle and won money. Right? So it's just like, they're like, oh yeah, this is Matt. Matt is studying, I forgot what they said I was studying. And then after the fact, people was coming up to me, they're like, yo, bro, you was lit. I ain't never see you around here though, son.
Because you was never there.
They're like, yo, that major, like, yo, I study all that shit too. You got Professor so-and-so? I was like, yeah.
That's lying. Don't even go to the school.
Don't know
and
nobody.
Got no CUNY ID, no nothing.
I was just like, yeah, I'm just real low key. I just go to my class and sit in the back and I leave. I'm out.
Lying to the people.
But anyway, after I won that battle, I started to get hired by the different clubs at John Jay to do some of their parties. So I was very green as a DJ. Super green. Super duper green. So at this party specifically, I'll never forget it. I remember Spinful was opening up. And I didn't really know Spinful like that. I knew that he was on Hot 97 and all that shit, but I didn't know
Back
him.
in the day.
Yeah, I ain't know him. You know what I mean? Shout out to Spinful, a.k.a. Mr. Matrimony. You know what I mean? But yeah, so Spinful opened up. He did his thing, killed it, whatever. He was micing and all that. I'm like, I bet. His time was up. It was my goal. I'm like, I'm about to get on the mic. Fuck out of here.
Mid-party, bro.
Mind you, I have never mic'd a party a day in my life. I barely know how to speak English. I don't even know why I'm doing a fucking podcast.
Fair.
But I'm doing the shit anyway. But I was like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what it is. There's certain shit that possesses me to just do shit. Like, don't even think about it. Just do it.
Yeah.
I did it, and it fell flat on its face.
Oh, damn.
Nigga, I cut the music down. I was like, shout out to all the...
He started stuttering. But he had all the confidence in the word. He was like, shout out to my...
But the thing about Matt, like...
I was like, oh no.
Matt,
This is mid-party. This is like at the climax of the party.
Nah, but he felt like he had a moment, but the moment
He had
him.
he had a real moment.
It'd be like that sometimes, but I realize when Matt is micing, like, he has to be like smack, like, he can't be sober and be like, yeah, I'm about to grab this microphone and speak English. He just has to just take the mic from you, like, just like he did, but just a little.
No, he didn't take the mic. He didn't know me yet.
I didn't know.
That
So
was like our real introduction.
So, like, after I stuttered and I fucked up,
Yeah.
bro, I felt that shit in
your
my
spirit.
spirit.
Of course, yeah.
I'm like, damn, I fucked up.
Because everybody's looking at you.
So I've had my head down, just buried in the laptop. I'm like, don't look up. Just don't look up. Whatever you do, just don't look up. Yeah. Everybody know that you fucked up.
Yeah.
You cut the music all the way down. Everybody looking at you like, what the fuck?
You felt you was the man.
I just felt somebody tap my shoulder. He's like, yo, can I see the mic, bro? I was just like, here, just take it. I don't know who it is. I don't know who the fuck it is. Just take it. And it was Blackout. And Blackout started going in. I was like, what the fuck? They were like, tell a friend to come through. You already know what it is. I was like, oh.
Tell a friend was my go-to.
Because he has his line.
Now
he
it's
has
nice
his
and easy.
go-to lines.
But you see what I'm saying? I didn't know anything about it back
Right.
then. So, like,
Yeah.
after he killed it, I'm like, oh, now my son is nice. I'm like, yo, bro. I'm like, yo, what's your name? He's like, everybody just call me DJ Blackout. I'm like, I bet.
Nobody know my real government name.
I know your government, nigga.
Well,
we know now.
Few people.
We know now.
So then after that, like, we just started working together OD, nonstop. Because I'm just like,
And John Jay.
yeah, I was
And
like,
outside of that.
I was just like, I'm not touching that mic no more. Pause.
Right.
I'm not doing that shit no more. I'm like, I'm gonna hire this dude, pay him X amount,
Do what you gotta do.
and
Call it a
do
day.
him. And then after that, it was all history.
That's a fact.
Now, there was one time, bro, like,
There's a lot of history in John Jay,
Yo,
too.
a lot of history.
I'm glad I wasn't a part of that, man. I swear to God.
You damn near was, bro.
Nah, he ain't never come to John Jay.
I never came to
Never
John
came.
Jay.
Thank God.
And from what I heard, I didn't
Thank
need to.
God.
I didn't need to be there. I didn't need to be there.
Thank God.
Nah, it was Mixie and John Jay. But yeah, after that, like, I don't know, we did like mad events together. I remember there was one event that we did specifically in Temple. And this is back
Oh,
when
yes.
That's
when we went viral.
I was poor. I was wild poor. I was
First of all, we was college students, so we was all poor.
That's
That's number one.
That's when
That's number one.
when
Let's
you
get
lived off
that
the
straight
financial
and clear.
aid check.
We was all poor.
Son, I remember I was driving my 1993 Toyota Tercel. This shit was Sprite green.
can.
Yeah,
The
we
Sprite
dead ass
can.
call that shit the Sprite can, right? So we did some event at Temple.
For CSA.
Yeah, that shit was lit.
definitely
It was like an amazing
That was
event.
like my first time traveling out here.
Yeah,
Going
yeah,
to
it
other
was-
like colleges, like university.
Yeah,
I was
it was-
like, oh, it's lit.
That's
and
when
we was
you felt
getting
like you
paid
made
more
it.
money and everything.
Felt like the man. Thought
Yeah.
I was doing something.
Right. So I remember like when we was on our way back from Temple to Jersey, we had to make a stop
Boy.
at the gas station. So
Oh,
in order
my
to open
God.
up the little like gas little latch thing, you had to turn off the car. They had to put the key in the
the gas cap.
Yeah. And then open it up that way. So when the dude gave me back the key, I tried to turn the car back on.
Car didn't start.
This shit did not start.
Jesus.
We far from home.
And we are still like an hour and a half away from home.
far from home.
Bro, we was legit in that gas station for like an hour and a half trying to start that shit. They tried to like jump it, it ain't jump. They're like, yeah, if we try to do this shit again, it's gonna cost you X amount, and if it don't work,
you need to call a tow truck.
Yeah. So
we got no money.
They called the tow truck. Yo, I was just like blackout. I swear to God, this is exactly how it played out. I'm like, Black, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna try this shit one more time.
Right.
This shit has to work, cause I ain't got the money.
Right.
Before credit cards. This is before credit cards too.
Right, before credit cards. We ain't got
So
no
I was just
credit
like,
cards.
I was like, bro, this shit is not gonna work, bro. The tow truck was pulling into the gas station. I turned the shit. It started up. Yo,
like, let's go.
Yo, I didn't even say bye to the dude, nothing.
Like, let's go.
Because I was supposed to like put my information down, so he had the clipboard. So he was like, once we call it, you gotta pay.
Oh damn.
Nigga,
Fuck
that
you.
shit turned on. I was like, word. we
out.
was out, said. Did like 85 all the way back.
Can't stop.
that shit
If
cut
you
off
do
for
it,
you
might
again.
die.
Yeah,
It's might die.
Nah, that shit
There's
was
mad
wild.
stories. Mad stories in the Deathmobile van that we used to drive.
Oh,
with all the equipment.
the rape van.
That
Yeah,
big
the
white
rape
shit.
van.
Yeah.
By the way, we call it the rape van because it was an old, raggedy, rusty old van. It looked like
Facts.
something that like
That was definitely
strange
some,
shit.
That was definitely some sexual predator shit.
Yeah. We do not condone that kind of behavior
At
all.
We are
At
not
all.
into that kind of shit.
But
So-
he definitely had the vehicle for it.
But that was just a nickname for it. You know what I
Right.
mean? So yeah, man. Crazy shit, son.
We almost died in that van.
That's a fact.
The brakes stopped. The steering wheel locked. We on the highway.
Mad equipment in the back, subs and all that. Oh my god, yo.
So many stories.
A lot of fucking stories.
So many.
But I remember, you know what I specifically remember? I remember when you was trying to get me to start playing like soca on the violin.
First of all,
We tried
First
we
of
tried to talk your ear up before you actually.
I was
gave
like,
in.
yo, bro, you need to start doing some soca. Our soca's lit. You need to go to these parties with us. Da, da, da,
Yeah, 'cause
da.
that was our
He was like,
avenue.
man, I don't like no soca. Soca is whack. Excuse me? What? You?
I said
you
I
are
did
out of
not. I
your
did not say
mind.
soca was whack. I said I'm not into
Back
it.
then,
No.
Same difference.
I remember I tried to talk to him about that. He was like, yeah, soca's just really not my thing. I was like, okay, sir, come with us to this party.
Oh
It
god.
was clueless.
What was the name of the party again?
I don't even remember.
It was some Juve shit on Labor Day. It was me, you, Suave.
Was it? I think it was Moksha.
No. I forgot the
That
name
was
of
before that. That was before we took the picture. You passed out.
it. Yeah. Nigga came. Vibes was nice.
He ain't know no songs.
He ain't no
None of them
shit.
shits. I know nothing.
Just staring in the wall.
But
like,
niggas was drinking.
Like, what's going on?
And then I seen a picture of you pass that. I was like, yeah, he's gonna like soca after this. He's definitely gonna like soca after this.
Yo, you had to talk my ear off, and I remember it was you. You was just like, yo, you gotta play that short pre, yo.
Yeah,
You
I
you
had
gotta
to.
do that. I'm like, yo, I don't know what this is. I'm just listen to you. And that was the same time I bought those this cheap little mic, $150 mic. I bought Logic. I bought some plugins. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm about to do,
but play it.
bro. Them first 3 videos,
2 years later, he just randomly posted it. I was like, oh, it's finally. Yes, finally. Next thing you know,
I was so fucking excited when he posted that shit. I was like, finally, somebody listened.
it took him 2 years.
after that, shit started going up.
Yeah.
Shit started going up. Then me and you started doing our own little side videos and all that
Facts.
shit. Then we started the strings attached
15s.
shit with Mega.
Now we only going up bigger and better.
I remember that first strings attached, like the live shit that you did at that shit in fucking T-Neck. That shit was fire. The live performance.
Oh,
joint.
I forgot about that shit at MK's.
Yes.
At
Yeah,
MK's.
man.
And he,
that was String Up. That was his first solo event.
by the way,
Man was shit and bricks.
by the way,
Man ain't never do an event by himself before.
and you've been begging me to do an event like Matt. You got to start promoting and all
You
that
got-
shit. For those
Bro,
who don't
you
know, I
gotta be the
hate that
bus-
kind of shit.
You gotta be the business side of
Nah,
it
because
first.
it was just like I felt like violins and soca wasn't something that people really tapped into. It was just
At all.
DJs and people yelling on the fucking mic all night.
DJs and personalities.
DJs and what they want to call themselves, personalities, and yelling on the mic all night. I was like, Matt, take advantage. Be like the front runner in this shit. He's like, nah, I don't know. I was like, bro, you got the skills, man. You got the skills. You may not
That's a
speak
fact.
English, but when you on that violin, you got the talent, bro.
It's speaking something.
Yeah, you speaking something.
Speaking our language.
And then he did that show. That shit was fire, man. That shit was fire.
Packed out.
People were
Packed it
jealous,
out.
like, oh, why you ain't tell me about that? Why you ain't break me? I was like, first of all, take your time.
Cool vibe.
I don't gotta bring you nowhere. I posted the shit. If you show up, you show up. If you don't, you don't. I was there. The team was there. And the show was very well put together from start to finish. Matt was shitting bricks,
Oh, I definitely was.
but
OD.
he made it through. He definitely made it through.
Nah, it's crazy. I just thought about it, son. Like, Y'all brought me to like my first like carnival, all of that.
Yeah, Miami.
There's a lot of firsts with y'all.
Yeah, man. Miami. Then we took you to Barbados for the first time.
That was different.
Yeah, your man Matt was losing his fucking mind.
That was great. I had a great time in Bim, son.
That was epic time.
Oh my god.
We was trying to tell you, pace yourself. It's gonna be a long time,
Bro,
he missed like 2 fests. He was like, "Nah, I got the shiggies, bro. I ain't going nowhere."
When we was on the road, bro, that was a critical moment because the night before we was at Soca Brainwash.
Yes. Yeah.
The night before we was at Soca Brainwash. If you guys ever been on my Instagram, you seen the video with me pouring the beer on myself, like Stone Cold style. That was Soca Brainwash. That was the night before we went on the road. And I was chopped.
That Soca Brainwash. That was probably the best Soca Brainwash, with the exception of the last one I went to in Trinidad. That was probably the best Soca Brainwash I've ever been to.
What was wrong with the one that you went to in Trinidad?
No, nothing. That was the best one. But Barbados was the second best one because it was just like vibes. Bring a cooler and just vibe the fuck out. Like there was nobody being stush because you couldn't be stush. Your sneakers was in the fucking mud.
In the mud.
In the fucking mud. So
that's real mud too.
Like Barbados, like that carnival was the perfect example of you cannot be stush because it was raining all the fucking time. So you was stepping in mud no matter where you went. The first fest we went to, our feet were buried
in mud.
In mud.
And then Matt somehow got us backstage. Cause walk backstage next to me. Is that Matt on the stage?
Niggas is on the stage. Niggas is in videos talking about the shit lit. Sound like a bunch of Americans. Like shit lit. I'm just like, yo, what are these niggas? Yeah. Like, what the fuck are they doing on a fucking video? But yeah, man.
That was a great time.
You know what I specifically remember? See, I can't speak English, man. Anyway, I remember, speaking of mud and rain and being in Bim, the night of Soca Brainwash. Now, I'm drunk. Drunk. Like,
yeah, that's when you had on the all white fit.
Yeah. That was a clean ass fit, though.
Nigga was like, yo, somebody gotta see this motherfucking outfit.
You know what I'm saying? Because I remember I was supposed to wear that shit to Jalapeno Sunrise.
Yeah, and then you didn't make it to that one. Yeah.
I'm like, nah, this shit is icy. Nigga, I'm wearing this shit. Nigga, I don't give a fuck if it's covered in mud. For that 3 minutes that you see me clean it, nigga,
that was it.
That was it.
That nigga's icy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts.
Anyway, we was when it was time to go, there are no real parking lots in a lot of these places. You're literally in a field.
Yeah.
Parking the grass.
Open field, parking the grass.
You're parking the grass.
You better hope you remember where you was at.
Right. And it's mud and grass.
Literally.
So it's a whole truck full of niggas. Like 7, 8 niggas in one truck.
That's right.
We got stuck in the mud. And I kid you not, it rotated from you.
Yeah.
We called Jamal the travel guide. It was the travel guide that tried to get us out the mud. Couldn't do it. Somebody else tried to get us out the mud. I think it was Suave. Couldn't do it. Somebody else tried. Couldn't do it. And I was just sitting in the back. I was tight because I was ready to go home.
Facts.
I was ready to go home. I was like, yo, bro, I was just like, move. I didn't drive that entire time.
No, you didn't.
I didn't drive not one time in Bim. I was like, move. Yeah, I was like, Matt, you sure you got it? I just had to move. Just move. I got it. So just move. Like, I'm just like, y'all niggas act like y'all ain't never driving snow. It's the same shit. You can't use speed. It's just momentum. I would never forget this shit. I was just like,
Yeah, he literally said that.
So I tapped the gas just to give it some momentum. The car starts to rock forward. And so it was just like, rocked forward, leaned back. When it came forward again, I tapped the gas again, Started moving a little bit more, one more time, and we was out. And everybody got mad. I was like, yo, let's go. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, because I'm fucking drunk and defeated, man. And I'm trying to get home, too, because I'm smacked.
Bro, once we got out of
First of all, the first night, as soon as we got everybody from the airport, boom,
y'all niggas
we get the car.
Pussies, bro.
Jamal driving. It was already raining. As soon as we go into the house, driving. As soon as Jamal started to turn, whole car did a 360.
Oh, the shit spun out. I remember that shit.
Y'all niggas got
I
me
thought
so
I was
tight.
going to die.
Everybody was
windows down. If
like,
it would have tilted over, I would have been dead. It would have been it.
I'm like,
First of all, that was my first trip internationally. So, and you want me to die on the first
and
night?
I'm
It
here
wasn't
sucking
gonna
my
happen,
teeth.
bro.
I'm like, yo, they can't be fucking serious right now. Like,
I was definitely serious.
I was obeying the speed limit because, first of all, this is my first time driving internationally on the right side. So I'm just sitting here like, oh, Lord, these niggas ain't never been nowhere. Pray for me. big ass Raymond in the front seat. Yo, bro.
Nah, that is.
For those that don't know, Raymond is like a 6'4",
200 and something pound nigga.
solid African.
From the Umbaktu tribe.
You know what I'm saying? Umbaku. You know what I'm saying?
Umbaku Senior on roids.
But I'm glad that shit happened because these niggas have a tendency that anytime niggas is driving, they like to fall asleep. Like they getting chauffeured.
I'm the first one to fall asleep.
Niggas is
in the passenger
always,
seat.
like
No cares given.
We literally picked these niggas up from the airport and we must have been driving no less than 10 minutes. We driving past like a bar or whatever. Everybody outside Lyman doing whatever. So we do a little skit. Everybody wide awake now. But you could tell that's some regular shit because the locals looked at us and was just like back to partying. People was honking their horn.
Sipping their Mount Gay.
Yeah, I'm saying chilling. I'm like, yo, okay, this is a regular thing for y'all. Got off the curb and drove home. But they never fell asleep since that.
What's up?
Yeah, it was wide awake.
Wide awake. I ain't trying to die no more. No more whatsoever.
You know what's very interesting too, Blackout, about you? You were there.
Ed.
You special Ed. I was just about to say that, nigga. Definitely Ed.
Oh, well, you know.
Bro, he's been there for all of my relationships. All of them.
Oh,
like,
Lord Jesus.
yeah. The ones that I should have been in, the ones that I should
The
have
ones
left.
I tell you don't do.
Yeah, the ones you told me not to do. He's like, Matt, don't do. All right. And Blackout
Matt
always
is
do.
super hard. I'm like, you know what you want to do, bro.
Karan, to be fair, you're probably the most stubborn.
I'm the most stubborn person. And that's okay.
Stubborn person in the chat.
Nah, what?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
You're stubborn, bro. No. Come on.
I'm stubborn, but I ain't that stubborn. I listen.
Who? What? you listen when shit hit the fan. You be like, you know what, bro? You know you was right about that. Oh, fuck out.
I should have listened a long time ago.
I should have listened when you first said not to. The fuck out of it. Oh, I'm not that bad. You're right, because you're worse.
Shout out to Blue Moon Mango Wheat. You already know the
Nah, don't shout them niggas out. They not paying me, nigga. What the fuck you talking about, nigga? Fuck them
Not
niggas.
yet, nigga.
As far as I'm concerned, you drinking water in a brown bottle, nigga.
With the label on it. Crap.
I'm gonna censor that shit right the fuck out, nigga. Fuck what you talking about, nigga. I own all my shit. So if y'all want us to shout you out, now I mean, send that check. You hear?
Send that engagement letter.
Yeah.
But then when I say about the fucking hookah, niggas talking about,
Nah.
Oh, nah, they local. We fuck with them.
Yeah, we know they know.
We fuck with Clifton Hookah. They could, you know what I mean? They could collab with us. They
You know
could,
what I'm saying?
you know what I mean?
I'm crying.
But not like, yo, going into relationship shit, there was a few tweets that I saw that I seen like a bunch of like people like retweeting on their Instagram story and shit. One of which was this. And I'm going to quote here. I quote, "Men cannot handle women's sexual past. This is not up for discussion." And then the woman that retweeted that on their story was just like, "That's a fact, sis." I'm just like, I'm gonna have to politely disagree. Here's why. I don't think, and I'm gonna speak for myself. I can't speak for all men. So first and foremost, I don't like absolute statements. You know what I mean? I don't like that shit.
Yeah, statements that define like a
Right.
whole...
If it doesn't apply to one person, then you are incorrect. Just say that the people that I've dealt with
Right.
cannot handle my sexual past for whatever reason that may be. That's none of my business.
Right.
But when I really thought about it, I thought about it this way. For me, I've dealt with women who were openly promiscuous. I'm not gonna say hoe shit because I don't think that being promiscuous is hoe shit specifically.
But there's whole shit.
That's another conversation.
Right.
That's another conversation.
Correct.
If you're promiscuous, you're promiscuous. Who cares? That's on you.
Yeah, that's just who you
That's
are.
your
Right?
prerogative.
Yeah.
Right. So I've been in situations where it's just like, oh, just so you know what I mean? We in this party, there's 10 niggas in here that I fucked. I'm like, I mean, I'm not dating you. We just fucking.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's also been situations too, like in that 2011 time, black, you know what I mean? Where it's just like, I would go to like a family function, get cool with everybody at the function, like, oh, my nigga, blah, blah, blah. Yo, this nigga's mad cool. This like, who's this? Oh, that's like my brother. Oh, that's like your brother? Oh, what? This my nigga right here. About to go get drinks and all that shit.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Then a week later, she'll tell me, or a month later, she'll be like, yeah, by the way, that nigga's cock was down my throat 4 months ago, just so you know.
Yikes.
I'm just like, wait, time out. You ain't tell me that before we got there. You didn't tell me that when I met everybody. You didn't tell me that.
I'm dabbing them up.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I was just like, in my head, I'm just like, if I'm going to be upset about a woman's sexual past, it's not because of the sexual past, because I understand at this age that it's just like, it's very likely and common in my experience for a woman to have sex with somebody or be involved with another man,
of course,
with somebody that's in their circle.
Right.
Like, you know, a family circle or like their close friend circle. That doesn't really bother me. I understand that that's like kind of common. Right? The part that bothers me is the fact that you didn't allow me to choose on how I should react to the situation. I don't need you to decide for me whether or not I'm going to be upset or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm also grown too. I can make my own decisions. I can separate my facts and feelings.
Right.
You know what I mean? And just the same way I explained it out to you guys, the girl that was just like, they're like, yeah, by the way, in this party, I fucked 10 niggas here. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, do you think?
She's giving me the right to choose. So
Right,
in my head, it's just like, if I can't, quote unquote, handle your sexual past, it's because I feel like you're omitting information. You know what I'm saying? You're not
That's
allowing me
understood.
to choose. You see what I'm saying?
I understood.
Your thoughts, comments, questions, or concerns.
My thoughts. I agree with you. They should say what's happening in the moment so you can be able to choose. Some people just hide it because they're scared. They scared that of how you will react. It depends. It really depends. But I agree with you. You should tell somebody up front so they can have the decision to choose.
I mean, so here's my thing about that whole situation. I just feel like just as much as we're supposed to have the choice to feel how we feel. Nah, you ain't getting that hookah first. Chill out.
Wow.
You technically
He's messing
can't.
up the rotation.
You don't have a rotation.
Messing up the rotation.
I just feel like just as much as we want a choice, they are not obligated to give us one.
Well,
True. True.
Here's the thing. I do agree with you on that. I'm not going to ask you, like, okay, between 2011 and 2020, who have you been fucking? That's none of my business.
Right.
That's none of my business. In my head, it's like this. And I know every situation is specific, you know? In the relationships that I've been in, I would like to think that if I'm serious about you, that you're trying to put me in a situation so you and I can grow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're trying to build a situation where you want me to be comfortable. Again, I'm an adult. I can separate my facts and feelings. So it's just like, your entire sexual past is none of my business.
Correct.
I do agree with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like for myself, if I'm in a room with a woman that I know that I've been involved with sexually, I'm gonna let you know, because the bitches that I fuck with, they don't hate me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like 1 or 2. But you know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's a couple of them that hate me. I ain't gonna lie. But you know what I'm saying?
1 or 2.
Generally speaking, though, it's just like, if I ever like am in a situation where like I'm with my girl or significant other, and there's somebody that I've slept with, they're probably gonna be cool with me. So I'm just gonna let my partner know, like, yo, just so you know, I was involved with this person.
Right.
Just so you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? You can feel how you feel. I'm not that kind of person to be like,
So they have a heads up.
yeah, it's
So
just
if
like,
anything funny happens.
I'm just letting you know. I'm not trying to have no funny shit happening down the line. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I just want to let you know so you're comfortable, so you know what it is. This is my way of trying to make you comfortable,
Right.
and trying to allow you to make a decision on how you should react and how you should move forward with me.
Yeah.
Because I care about you. You know what I'm saying?
And I get what you're saying. In that regard, like, I do agree. Like, if we're dating or we're trying to build something and we enter a closed space or an intimate space where family is involved and you had a dealing with somebody in said family or whatever, cool. I would prefer that you told me. At the end of the day, you don't have to.
Agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Because us as men have been in situations where we should have said something.
But we did.
We either didn't say shit at all, or we downplayed it, or gave our take on it, not the take on how the female may have felt. So it's just one of those things where it's just like, if you choose to tell me, then okay.
If you don't, I'm still fine.
If you don't, then I'm still fine.
Nah, I say what it is, bro. I've definitely said what
Me,
it
I'm
is.
nonchalant.
Nah,
I really care
I
less.
am the king of omitting details. I've omitted certain details. Yes, of course, because that's just me not being comfortable saying like, "Yo, this is what happened," and it's like if I tell a female that I'm with, like, "Oh, that girl over there, like we used to deal, but it wasn't that serious for me, but she may have felt something different." Nobody's really gonna believe that. You're not gonna win that argument.
At all.
I mean, no, but that's not
At
for
all.
okay. If that is the truth, that's not for. If your woman, I don't call women females, I
Right.
call them women.
Right.
if your woman feels upset about that, that's on her. That's not on you. You did what you had to do. You told her what it was. You know what I'm saying?
What it was to me.
Right. So if there is an argument post alleged truth, you know what I'm saying? That's on. I mean, she could feel how she wants to feel.
Yeah.
Feel your feels. Your feelings are real.
Right.
They don't always add up to the
Right,
truth.
they're valid.
Yes, your feelings are always valid. I would never discredit your feelings.
Some females
But just
feel
because
like
you
they don't feel
no,
valid.
but just because you feel that way doesn't add up to the truth.
Right.
I feel like you're fucking every bitch. No, I fucked 10 bitches in this party. That's it. Know what I'm saying? I'm not fucking every bitch.
That's
so
a lot of-
just because you feel like I'm
Let me
fucking
just
every
say
bitch.
that's a lot of females in the party, sir.
Okay, I just told you I don't call women females.
That you know what it is. You know, like honestly, like to go in a party and see a plethora of women that you've been with on that level is kind of uncomfortable, especially if you bring like your significant other with you. That's a very uncomfortable vibe.
Let me ask you guys a question.
Never had that feeling.
Do you guys
You know.
I had a couple wives.
for me right now, and I feel like I'm at a point of privilege right now.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's okay for you now to sleep with women that are in your circle? That you can see at parties, you can go to your boy's house, she might be there, she might be in your hood, you can see her around.
To be honest, I've been down that road, and if I had to do it over again, I wouldn't have.
I'm not in that. I'm not in that lane. I feel like I'm at a point of privilege right now, being that we like travel so much and we're always in different areas and we get to meet different people, and you have the opportunity to be the new guy. And I don't think that fucking people within my circle is a good idea.
No, it's not.
No,
Which is
it's
part
not.
of the reason why I stay away from it.
not.
Honestly, okay, so
It's low key bad business.
it's terrible business.
It's terrible business.
It's terrible business, and it's terrible. It's terrible on the personal side too. There was like this one girl. Her name shall remain nameless, right? But she is definitely in my like tight circle. A Roy, like she's in that a Roy circle. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to a Roy. You know what I mean? He's gonna be on this podcast eventually too.
My guy, muscle man.
AKA Busta. You heard? But yeah, there's a said woman. We've grown up together. I've known her since we was like 9 type shit. There's always been like some sort of chemistry there, right? But you know, she is brash in the sense of if she fucked you, and let's say we get into an argument and your girl is there, she'd be like, yeah, aha, blah blah blah.
she's
That's why I
out.
fucked your nigga. That she's like that,
Right.
Right.
And I know that about her, and she gets a kick off of that. So in my
But
head,
if you do know who you're dealing with, that's what I say.
Yeah, you just have to understand.
no, but
If you
that's
do. Not
my
saying
point.
I condone that, but if you do,
That's
know
my
who
point
you're
though.
dealing with.
For me, it's just like, okay, being that I know she's around like the people that I'm really close to, like when I go to like a Roy's crib and shit like that, that's my sanctuary. I can say whatever I want. I can be how I want, and I'm not gonna be judged. It's all love. It's all fun and games. So like when I have like a significant other, I always bring that significant other to that spot. I do not want to bring my significant other knowing that I'm compromised, because now I may want to or not want to tell you information based on who's here now. Because I slept with this person who was very brash and very in your face and would throw it in your face at any given moment and get a kick out of that
I
shit.
hope you know how to fight.
Shit.
Hope you know how to fight.
So
doing
for
shit like
so
that.
for me, going back to the point, I don't feel like, I don't know. I'm good off of that. I really try to
Yeah.
stay out of that shit.
It's not something that if you haven't done it already, I don't think it's something you should do on it. Like just leave that alone completely.
Yeah, just
leave that alone completely.
Spare yourself any potential consequence.
get out of your town. Get
Yeah.
out of your town. Go somewhere else. Meet some new people. I'm dead. I'm not joking.
No,
I
seriously.
am not joking, bro. When I lived in Teaneck, nigga, I ain't get no pussy, nigga. The moment I got out of Teaneck and was doing the whole violin shit and started dressing different and acting different and moving different and getting money and all that shit, nigga, everything changed
Of course.
over a matter of weeks, and y'all saw it too.
Yeah, of course.
You guys like witnessed it. I will be chilling, Chuck chilling. I'm gonna redact that statement. We're just gonna stop it right there. We're just gonna stop it right
He's
there.
gonna take it to a whole
I was
nother
about to
level.
incriminate
That
myself.
did-
I'm about to go down a very comfortable road.
Yeah, I'm
sir.
not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
do
we gonna edit that shit out.
I'm not editing nothing, nigga. Fuck is you talking about?
Niggas, I'm not editing nothing.
But yeah, so
That is the beer talking.
it is.
Allagash.
They not sponsoring us neither, but I'll shout them out, nigga. Shout out to Allagash, nigga. That shit be.
Why you show them out with that? Yo, y'all funny stuff.
Nah, fuck Blue Moon. But if you guys want to give us, your money, you know what I mean, you could definitely advertise here. MattViolinist Podcast. You already know what it is, man.
MTV, you heard?
Matty V, you heard?
Ooh.
Matty V.
Ooh.
Like that.
Ooh.
That's not bad right there.
That's vibes, Matty V. Lit.
Nah, but there was another tweet that I saw too.
Run him down, brother.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, and I'm gonna paraphrase here because I can't remember the tweet because I could barely speak English and I have a shitty memory too. Anyway.
Horrible.
Yeah, it is really bad. It's really bad.
I'm glad you use a calendar now.
Bro, I write everything down. I can't be on my phone. But anyway, that's another story. But anyway, the tweet was this. It was a woman that tweeted this. She was saying that it's not. We always argue communication, but it's not what you're saying. It's about how you say it. Oh, but you guys are not ready to have.
It's definitely how you say it.
It's
the tone.
And then she's it's the tone. And
how do you want?
She said it's your
it's
tone.
Both.
Wait, no, wait. Let me finish paraphrasing this tweet.
Okay.
It's not about what you're saying, it's how you saying it. But you guys aren't ready to have that conversation yet. And the woman that retweeted it said, "Facts, sis, because tone matters." And I DM'd her. I'm just like,
tone does matter.
Oh, let me make my point.
Go ahead.
Let me make my fucking point.
Make
right?
your point.
Okay, if we're having this conversation about communication, right? What I'm verbally saying to you is part of the communication, right?
Yes.
I'm going to articulate the best I can with my words how I am feeling. Part of me communicating my words is my tone. Tone is a tool to communication. So if you want me to communicate with you transparent, I need to use my fucking tone. So I said that to said lady.
Okay.
She's a super intelligent person. I know her personally, right? She was just like, "Oh, but it can come off aggressive." I said, if I am feeling aggressive, my tone is going to reflect aggressively. She was just like, "Okay, but if you have an aggressive tone, then
changes the conversation."
You take a risk of the person not grasping what you're saying.
That's different.
So this is what I said. I said, if that person cannot understand what I'm saying through my tone and what I'm saying, I do not have the communication issue. It's that person.
Yeah, they have more of an emotional issue. Go ahead with your bullshit, Blacko. I'll talk after. Go ahead with your bullshit.
So I was
Why can I have bullshit?
And then she was just like, I understand what you're saying. And I'm not having this conversation to be like, aha, gotcha, bitch. Like that's
Gotcha, bitch.
No, that's not my purpose of having the conversation. It's just like, for me, it's just like, I don't know if people really think when they retweet this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's not real. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, to me, that feels like corporate bullshit. Whatever you do in your corporate office, that's okay. If you have to watch your tone inside your office, inside your workspace, do that. But this is a relationship. You know what I'm saying? This is between me and you. I am not going to mute my tone just because you may not be able to understand it. And if that's up to me. You know what I'm saying? If you can't understand my tone, then maybe I just shouldn't be fucking with you in the first place.
Bingo.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Black.
Go ahead, Black.
I know you got some dumb shit to say. Go ahead, bro.
It's not dumb shit. It's real shit. Fuck you.
Nah, go ahead, bro.
Either way, tone does matter. Also, what you say and how you say also matters. Because then you could... Listen here, bitch. You gonna let me talk.
Yo, pass me a brew, bro, if you don't mind.
Oh, can you spark another cold too while you at it?
Nah, go ahead, bro.
But yes, tone does matter.
This shit
Communication doesn't matter. How you say it and what you say also matters too. Because it could alter the conversation and someone may not want to listen to how you always express yourself aggressively or not. Me, I know tone matters to me. Me, I'll ignore you if you have a certain tone with me. So it really depends. I can still hear you, but then I'm not listening to you.
But my thing is, why does my tone invalidate the truth of my words?
It doesn't invalidate it, but then it also could upset the other person on the other side because you don't want to hear nothing because you want to be aggressive. Then that changes the conversation. Then nothing's being had.
It's not me not hearing nothing because I want to be aggressive.
If two people are shouting at each other, is anything getting understood?
Well, I'm not shouting at. I don't be yelling.
Not shouting, but like talking aggressively or however you want to.
No, because
that.
I feel like with me and you, for example, I talk aggressive to just about anybody and everybody because that's just who I am. If I'm passionate about you and I care about you, I'm gonna be aggressive if I see you doing things that are not in your best interest or things that I've been through that I'm trying to help you avoid. It's not my responsibility to do that, but that's just who I am as a friend. Everybody knows this. I tell people from the jump, like, yo, when I talk, I'm very aggressive. It's either you gonna like it or you not. Once you've made that choice and decided that you want to be my friend and continue this relationship or friendship or whatever you want to call it, that is just how I'm gonna come. And it's like there's many a times where I've talked to you aggressively about certain things that I tried to prevent from happening to you, or you know what I'm saying, you were doing that weren't conducive to you, and it was just like in one ear and out the other. And it's just like, I don't, like, to me, I would never understand how my tone can make you not respect what I'm saying or make you dislike what I'm saying. It's just like, if you take that
because
emotional...
it feels like a disrespect kind of thing. Because if I'm talking to you calm, and we supposed to have a calm understanding, a calm communication with each other, and then you start to get aggressive, or your tone changes at a certain point. My tone could change too.
My tone
okay, it depends. It depends on the conversation you guys are having.
All right, but it's just like, okay,
someone has to listen at some point.
I'm going to. I'm not.
You have to listen too. You can't just be the only one.
I am not going to speak for all women. With the women that I was involved with, the conversation is you need to communicate. I am communicating now, and I'm using my tone as a tool to communicate my message. If you want me to communicate, I feel like it's not fair for me to diminish a part of what I'm trying to communicate to you because you don't feel good about it. I'm not trying to communicate it to you so you can feel good. I'm trying to communicate it to you so you can understand.
Hear what the fuck I'm saying.
Right, so you can understand where I'm coming from.
But who's to say they're going to understand with that tone that you're taking? Your communication may not get across that.
Okay, so wait.
So then you could try something else. That's all I'm saying.
So wait, I'm not saying...
That's bullshit. That's real shit.
Blackout.
That's real shit.
Blackout. So I'm not saying that you're wrong. So my point goes back to what I said earlier. If you cannot convey my message through my tone, and I am still articulating myself perfectly clear, the communication issue is not with me. It's with you.
Because
then maybe you guys.
Because you're allowing your emotions to get in the way of what I'm actually trying to convey to you. If you get insensitive or you feel away because of how I'm saying something as opposed to paying attention to what I'm saying to you, then that's a you problem. That's not me. Because if I give a shit about you, I'm going to tell you how it is. Like, I'm not about to be like, oh, let me give you a hug and dap you up and be like, yo, bro, you going to be all right. No.
But nobody needs to say it like that. That's just acting like your assumption is sensitive. No.
Karan, you're a little sensitive, bro.
Ain't nothing wrong with being a little sensitive. I'm mad sensitive, bro.
There's nothing wrong with being sensitive.
When I say that I'm sensitive, I think this.
Jamal, you sensitive too.
I feel
I'm sensitive when I'm ready to be sensitive.
You sensitive too.
Y'all niggas are sensitive around
At the end of the day, you sensitive too.
I feel like I absorb more emotional content. I'll say that. I'm not sensitive. I just absorb.
I'm sensitive too. I don't
emotional content. That's what I'll say. Shit. Anyway, but fuck it. That's some of the shit that I be like. When I'm in women's DMs, they be talking about shit like that, nigga. That's what I be sliding in talking about. I'm like, yo, that is some bullshit, son. And I'm not gonna allow you to continue to push this narrative. And if you do, that's on you.
I understand both sides, so.
I can understand both sides as well. I get it. I understand.
I can understand both sides.
Right, but I just feel
I
still
feel like personally, in my opinion, that tone matters. And I don't give a fuck what Jamal says. What tone does matter.
I feel it. Okay. I feel like you can't say, it's contradictory to say that I need you to communicate. And then when I communicate the best I can with the tools that I have. You don't
like my tone.
Now you want me to pull back on it. I don't feel like that's fair.
No one's saying to pull back.
Pee and go in your bed.
You gotta try something else.
Nah.
Try another route.
But
what is the other route? Explain to me what the other route is. You always used to push that narrative in me. Try another route. What is the other route?
Not being so aggressive.
No, for what? Because
But then if you care about that person, why wouldn't you try?
Bro, if I feel passionately about something, that is me expressing my passion, care, and concern for you.
Read motherfucking tweet.
You, it's just like, y'all just be like...
Everyone got their own opinion.
Oh my God, that was so insensitive.
That was my point.
Why you gotta take that tone? That's not the case, though.
Bro, you as a person cannot bring me a piece of information and expect me to react how you want me to react.
That's not up to you.
Agree. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you should.
So that narrative about me trying a different way, that's you wanting, you can't have it both ways. You can't want me to give you advice and then feel a way about how I advise.
Okay.
It's not fair for somebody else to tell me how to feel.
Agreed. 100%.
That's not up to you. Let me decide that.
I get that. It's also up to you to choose which route you want to go to.
I don't think there's a route. It's either you communicate how you feel or you don't.
Okay.
And I'm always go that route.
Agree to disagree to.
That's fine.
That's fine too.
Always go that route.
That's fine. Son, I used to get beat for that kind of shit. You know what I'm like? Okay, so here's the thing.
You don't like what I'm saying? Talk to Maury.
Fuck that nigga. Anyway.
Wow.
I don't know, Maury. It just felt appropriate to say. Maury, I'm sorry. I don't really mean that. I don't know you, Maury. I would love to have you on the podcast, bro. You know what I mean? So pull up to the MattViolinist Podcast.
Maury ain't do nothing
At the
to
end of the
you,
day,
bro.
all these motherfuckers been making money off the expense of black people's ignorance for years. So who gives a fuck about that?
Okay, yeah, so fuck Maury then. Anyway. So here's my thing. It's just like, for me, the reason why I have such a strong stance on standing in my tone and how I choose to communicate it is because I've been penalized all my fucking life for my body language, which is also a tool of communicating. The way that I say things, my tone. So it's just like now, as I've gotten older, it's just like that shit don't make no sense. If you want me to communicate, I'm going to communicate it to you how I feel like it's okay to communicate to you. And this goes down another line too. Blackout, you know this because you know me and you've been dealing with me for X amount of years, my nigga. Like, you know, when it comes to business, I can be super duper aggressive. Like,
to some point, yeah.
No. Blackout, you've seen me like go off on things that like might seem minuscule to others, but to me, I'm just like, I don't fuck with that shit.
Yeah.
Like, at all. Like, there's been situations, Jamal, I don't know if I ever told you about this, and it is starting to get hot in here. But there's been situations.
Well, you know I've been sweating, so.
Yeah, you stay sweating. There's been situations, right? So for me, my father's Jamaican, right? So in my experience, I will never speak for everybody else. In my experience with dealing with older Caribbean people,
Facts.
They automatically think that just because that they are older than you, doesn't matter what the fuck the subject is.
You can't talk to them a specific way.
You can't talk to them a specific way, and they know more than you.
Agreed.
So there'll be people that will hit my line telling me they want me to do an event, and they come to me on this babe, hun, child shit.
Yeah. And
I'm just like, call me Matt. Off the bat.
Yeah.
And I say it how I say it. It's snappy, it's brash, but it's just like, yo, if you want to do business with me,
speak to me in a professional manner.
No, call me by my name.
Yeah.
I don't know you. You're not my friend.
Yeah.
I don't know you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you're going to call me by Matt. And here's the reason why I am like that. Because in my experience, people will take whatever they can to take advantage of the fact that they are older than you.
Yeah.
They, like, pretty much, not even the older than you part. Scratch that. People will take advantage of you if they can. Period. Period. You know what I'm saying? So for me, as an adult now, I start to notice the signs and the signals of that. So for me, when people call me hun, babe, whatever, and we're trying to do business, that's a trigger for me. Don't call me that. Call me Matt. Just like that.
Agreed. There's nothing wrong with that.
You know what I'm saying? Right. But it's like in the same conversation when it comes to tone, like I've also had situations where they'll be like, people have legit told me like, nobody's ever going to want to work with you again. I'm like, excuse me, do you know everybody who's going to work with me? Because if you do, let me know now, because I'll stop playing the violin now if you know my future, if it's not that bright.
Right.
But you know what it is? The reason why they're telling me that nobody's ever going to want to work with me again, because I'm not doing what they
what they want of you.
Exactly. I'm not doing it the way that they envision it. It's not up to you.
It's not.
Professionalism is this. You have a skill. I'm going to pay you to do that one thing. All right, cool. Did I do that job? Yes. Did you do it well? Yes. What the fuck are we talking about then?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What are we talking about? You're talking
But
about my
that's
tone?
professionalism, though. So.
No, but you're talking about my tone. My tone has nothing to do with my job. I do my job very well. I'm not doing it the way that you see it. So now you're trying to damn my shit to hell? Go ahead, eat a dick. I've seen everybody. I've seen the other people that you've worked with and how it's been done. Do it the way you see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Everybody has their own way of quote unquote conducting business, I would say.
Indeed.
Some people like that route of saying, hey, babe, hey, thing.
No.
So it can be closer. Some people do. You can't say just no. Some people
Can I say
do.
this? Can I say this? Blackout, you was there when we was making $200 of an event, right?
Well, less than that, too.
We was making less, too. So you were there when we were making $200. To go from $200 to $500, did we get there by always saying yes?
Oh, no.
No. When we
You
went
have
from
to say no.
500 to 1,000, did we get there by always saying yes?
No, you got to say
no.
And
Bro,
you got to step on a couple next, too.
You got to step on next. You got to put your foot down. It doesn't matter how other people feel. Only thing that matters is that you communicated yourself in the way that is true to you and you only. As long as you are being integral with your business and you're not fucking people over, that's all what matters to me. Feel how you want to feel. And I'll say it again. You are entitled to your feelings. We are doing business here. I'm not doing your raggedy ass event for $200. I'm not doing that.
Here's my thing with this whole business thing.
You got to do it.
Like, there have been situations where, like, Karan would come to me and be like, yo, I got this book in
Saying the government name.
here,
Look,
X, Y,
God
and
damn
Z.
it. in podcast.
Bro, from the second somebody look up your fucking IG, your name will be there somewhere.
Delete that shit.
Grow up.
I would delete that.
So there have been instances where Black Eye would come to me. He'd be like, yo, I got this booking here, X, Y, and Z with this promoter. Now, me, I don't like nobody. That just is how it is. It's just like I go places, I read people, I pay attention to people, and I see who's somebody that, there's a mutual benefit or if it's one-sided. So, like, when it's all said and done, you have to demand that level of respect and professionalism. Because why would they call you babe, but when they go to fucking work and clock in, they don't call their fucking manager babe or hun or love? If you don't call them babe, don't call me babe. So I agree with you 1,000%. There's no brashness. It's just respect my shit.
People feel a way when you set your bounds.
People always
I've noticed that for me.
because the boundaries don't suit them.
Exactly. That's really it. And it doesn't suit them, and they can't manipulate you to do what they want you to do.
Like people in this whole business thing, especially in this entertainment industry, they gonna want it both ways. They're gonna want to have the close relationship and not pay you what you fucking worth. It are no friending in money.
Not I.
Because when I'm short when I'm short on my fucking car note, I can't hit you up like, yo, babes, I could hold a dollar. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, respect me and pay me fairly. Like, I respect y'all for this shit. Y'all, boy.
But no, it's just like, no, I'm serious though. It's just like, and I was having a conversation with my parents about this shit. I'm just like, fam, we dedicated our entire lives to this art form.
Facts.
And we're pretty damn good.
I don't know if anybody would go.
No, I
don't know if I can step out of the camera or not.
Stovin.
You can step out. It's fine.
All right. I'll be back, guys.
So, yeah, I put a new brew right there. So,
me?
Yeah, that's yours.
Oh, say less.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm. Take the thing. Take the little.
So in my head, I had this conversation with my parents. So I was just like, yo, I dedicated my entire, huh? Yeah. I'm just like, yo, we dedicated our entire lives to this art form. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, I busted my ass, been spending hours in a practice room, frustrated, crying, fucking fingers cramped and calloused up and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I could barely write because my shit is fucked up. I can't take the test properly. You know what I'm saying? I can't do nothing right because I'm dedicating my life. And then now, 10, 15 years down the line, you want to nickel and dime me for the shit that I gave up my entire life for and tell me that it's only 5 minutes? I don't give a fuck if it's only 5 minutes. I dedicated my entire life to it.
Right.
Ask somebody else to do this.
Yeah, it means more than 5 minutes to you.
Right. You're paying for the time I've put in. Yeah. That's why I always tell other artists. Anybody that's been on my podcast, you can always backdate it. Yo, your worth is based on what you set it at. You can charge $1 million and ask 1,000 people if they will pay that $1 million for your act. And 1,000 people can say no. That one person can say yes, pay you that $1 million for your one act. What is your worth?
Right.
It's $1 million. Right. If 200 people pay you $100 for an act, your worth is $100.
Right.
You set the value, but you have to understand though. You might not always get the events that you want.
Of course.
You're gonna have to, like, for me, I had to mourn some events. I had to grieve some events. I've jumped the gun. I've panicked in certain events and certain situations and shit like that, and the shit backfired. But it's just like, yeah, it's just like, fam. I don't know, man. Like, put some respect on my name.
Right.
Put some respect on the artist's name. Artist, put some respect on your name. You are worth whatever you want to be worth. If you want to make $500,000 a show, then find a way to leverage it to make that kind of money. Figure out a way. I'm figuring it out right now. I'm saying I've went from making $100 an hour to making X amount. I'm not gonna tell you how much I make.
Right.
I'm definitely not gonna tell you, but I'm gonna tell you like this.
When we send that invoice, you gonna know how much he charged.
Bro, niggas is not working with Glenn Levay and all these other people for chump change.
For chump change, right?
You know what I'm saying? We have to make big boy money, and I even spoken to other people like that too. I'm just like, yo, people that make $100,000 a year. First of all, depending on what state that you live in, if you live in New Jersey specifically, $100,000 is comfortable money.
Right.
I can live a comfortable life. I can work 9 to 5, 5 days a week, retire at whatever age, and you know what I mean? Just live out the rest of my days. That's comfortable.
Right.
Right? As a violinist or as a DJ, in order to make $100,000 a year, you have to make like what, $9,000 a month?
Basically.
Right. So as a violinist, I'm just like, okay, how do I make $9,000 a month? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you charge $9,000 for one gig? It depends. I would never say no. You could charge whatever the fuck you want.
Right.
So in my head, and I'm putting you guys onto game too. It's just like, I remember turning down like $200 gigs and shit like that, right? I've turned down $200 gigs from like venues and all that kind of shit. And these were like restaurants too. So when I did the math, I did $100,000 divided by 12. That's like 273. So you need to make 273 7 days. You have to make 273 7 times in order to make $100,000 a year. For me, if you are a musician, you can make 275 for an hour at a restaurant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you have to do that 7 times, you can do 7 hours in 3 or 4 days.
Right.
So that's 3 or 4 restaurant residencies. You are here once a week. So I'm going to Burger King. I'm going to play an hour there. That's one gig. McDonald's. The same day, another hour. I'm going to go to this open mic, make the 275 there. You know what I'm saying? You do that, you make good relationships and everything, you got your $100,000 a year. And that's not including the private events.
And the big shit.
Yeah, and the huge events that you're going to do.
The big money gigs, right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, you got to think about it that way. So it's just like, yo, if you're only paying me this one time $200, it's just like, yo, what else can you offer me?
Right.
What are you offering me?
Right.
Do you have any leverage in this game where I can like get looks and leverage that into other gigs?
Right.
Do you know any high profile people?
Right.
No? Okay, can you get those high profile? Do you know anybody that's high profile that can post me on their page? No? Okay, so that 250 is a lot less now. It's a lot less value. You know what I'm saying?
So would you say, like, in the terms of being like a musician and an entrepreneur, like there's a certain level of sacrifice that you have to have or have to be willing to have in order to progress further? Like just how you said you would turn down specific gigs and then now here you are doing events for high-end whiskey brands and things of that nature. Like, would you say like there was a certain level of sacrifice associated with that?
You already sacrificed learning the instrument and learning the trade. You already sacrificed.
Okay.
Now it's time to leverage your skills.
And your worth, yeah.
For whatever it is that you want. So, I wouldn't say sacrifice. I would say negotiate.
Okay.
At the end of the day, if you only have $10 to offer me, that might not be where my, monetary value is, but where else
can you take me?
Can I leverage that?
Okay. Fair enough.
And that's when the negotiation comes into play. And that's what a lot of artists don't know. And that's what I always talk to these violinists about. And I'm not the biggest violinist, too. I know people that make 10 times more than I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, day in, day out. But it's just the principle. It's just like, okay, fine, your budget is not there. What else do you have to offer?
Right.
Okay, like, for example, I had an event where, I'm not going to say who it is, but it's a legend in the game. It was a legend in the game, and they were saying that they didn't have the budget to pay me and the other musicians what we wanted. So I'm just like, okay, what can you offer? They're like, well, we could maybe get you on her page. I said, okay, if I decide to do this event, I need to guarantee that. So you go back to that person and tell them I need X amount of posts from here in order to do this event. Guaranteed. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't be wishy-washy here.
Yeah, you can't, there's no maybes. Yeah.
If I'm not getting paid monetary money, like real money.
There has to be some kind of tangible benefit. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What can you leverage from that look?
Right.
And I got the okay.
Okay.
And I'm just like, you know what? That's fine.
Yeah.
It's one toll. I don't have to bring that much equipment. It's 3 rehearsals. And then I get to be in the same room with this celebrity or this legend, and I can leverage it from here, and then I can also build the legend. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? It's not all about the money. It's about what you can leverage from the money and the connections and whatever else. But at the end of the day, you set the value.
Amen.
And that's that.
Amen.
Black L, ain't nothing else to really talk about, right?
No.
All right. Well, it's the Matt.
From that.
Huh?
I don't know if they gave me from here.
No, they gave you. They gave you. Anyway, Blackout, give you you can put the cold down and just give you your Twitters and your Instagrams and all that shit before we get up out of here.
Well, I ain't nobody special, so God bless.
Nah, give them your Instagrams and Twitters.
Stay safe.
He don't never be on Instagram. DJ Blackout CEO, all social platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. Follow me. We do big things. We do big parties. We do it all. That's about it.
Instagram is _Jamal_J. That's
AKA
it.
Bowtie Patty.
Simple and plain. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm MattViolinist. This is the MattViolinist Podcast, and we are
MTV.
out of here. Matty V, you heard?
Peace.
Whoa.